Draupadi.
Sorry, I did it. Okay, I'll put it on pause. 1 minute.
Sing it.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're on Vaivahika Parva, which is part of the Shabha Parva, describing the wedding of Draupadi. So we're in the middle of this section now, as we just mentioned. So taking Drupada aside to speak to him privately, chapter 189. Vyasa said, O king, in ancient times the gods performed a great sacrifice in Naimisha forest. There, Vivashwat's son, that means Yama, was the priest who killed the animals. O king, since he was consecrated in that role, Yama did not kill any creatures. Since death and time were suspended among creatures, the number of beings increased greatly. Then Shakra, Varuna, Kubera, the Sadyas, Rudra, the Vasus, the Ashwins, these and other gods gathered together and went to Prajapati, the creator of the world. Alarmed at the increase in the number of humans, they assembled and addressed the preceptor of the worlds. We are trembling with fear. We wish to be happy again. We have come to seek protection with you. Brahma replied, Why are you frightened of humans when all of you are immortal? There should not be any fear in you from mortals. The god said, Since the mortals have become immortals, there is no difference anymore. Upset at this equality, we have come to seek a distinction. Brahma replied, Vivaswata's son, that's Yama, is now engaged in the great sacrifice. It is for this reason that humans are not dying. When he has single-mindedly finished his sacrificial acts, death will again return among them. When that time comes, Vivaswata's son will be strengthened through your energies. When the time of death comes at the end, humans will have no energy left in them. Hearing these words of the firstborn god, they went where the gods were sacrificing. When those immensely strong ones assembled there, they saw a lotus in the Bhagirathi, river Ganga. On seeing that lotus, they were surprised. Indra, chief among the warriors among them, went where the Ganga always issues and saw a lady as radiant as the fire. The lady had come there to fetch water and was immersed in the goddess Ganga. But she was weeping, and teardrops fell from her eyes into the water and became golden lotuses. On seeing this wonderful sight, the wielder of the Vajra went up to the lady and asked, Who are you? And why are you crying? I want to know the truth. If you wish, please tell me. The woman replied, O Shakra, I am unfortunate, and you may know who I am and why I am weeping. O king, I will lead the way. Come with me, and you will yourself see why I am crying. He followed her and soon saw a handsome young man. He was surrounded by young women, was seated on a throne, and was playing dice on the peak of the King of Mountains. It's good, isn't it? You'll know who this is in a minute. The King of Gods spoke to him. Know that this universe and this world are under my sway. Know me to be the Lord of everything. But the person took no notice of what he had said and continued to be immersed in the dice. Indra became angry and repeated what he had said. On seeing that Shakra was angry, that god cast a glance at him and smiled. At that glance, the king of the gods was paralyzed and stood motionless at the spot like a pillar. When the game of dice was over, he spoke to the weeping goddess. That's the one who did that. Bring him here. I will make sure that pride never enters his heart again. As soon as the woman had touched him, Shakra's limbs were paralyzed and he fell down on the ground. Then the god with the fierce energy told him, "Oh, Shakra, never act like this again. Remove this great king of the mountains, because your strength and energy are beyond measurement. Enter the center of the whole and wait with the others who are like you and the sun in splendor." He, Indra, rolled away the peak of the great mountain and saw 4 others who were like him in radiance. On seeing them, he was extremely saddened and said, "Shall I also become like them?" Then the god Girisha, that's who it is.
Who's Shiva?
Yeah. He
Of
was the
course.
one playing the dice surrounded by women and
Yeah.
laughing. Then the god Girisha. See, it's nice, isn't it, how you don't know who it is for a little while?
Yeah, I know. I kind of guessed, but it had to be him.
Yeah. Looked at the wielder of the Vajra with eyes dilated with anger and said, "Oh, Shatakratu, enter this cavern, because in your folly you have insulted me in front of my eyes." Thus addressed by the Lord, the king of the gods shuddered and shook because of the curse. His limbs went limp, like the leaf of a fig tree stirred by the wind on the peak of the king of mountains. Shuddering at the god's sudden words, he joined his palms and told the terrible god, who has many manifestations, "Oh, Baba, show me a way out today." Smilingly, the god with the terrible bow replied, "Those who act like this do not find an escape. These others were like you and will become again. Therefore, enter the cavern and lie down there. There is no doubt that all your fates will be the same. All of you will have to be born in human wombs. Having achieved great feats of violence there and having sent a large number towards their deaths, you will again attain the world of Indra through the merit of your actions. You will achieve all that I have said and much more with varied significance." The earlier Indras said, "We will go from the world of gods to that of men. Salvation is difficult to obtain there. Let the gods, Dharma, Vayu, Magavan, and the Ashwins beget us on our mother." Having heard this, the wielder of the Vajra once again spoke to the greatest of the gods. "With my semen, I will create a man who can accomplish this task. He will be my son and will be the 5th among these." In his good nature, the illustrious lord with the terrible bow granted them the wishes they desired. He ordained that the woman, the most beautiful in the world, who was none other than Shri herself, would be their wife, in the world of men. Thereafter, accompanied by them, he went to the god Narayana, who is beyond measure. He approved of everything, and thus it was that they were born on earth. Hari plucked two hairs from his body. One was white and the other was black. These two hairs entered the wombs of two women from the Yadu lineage, Rohini and Devaki.
Ah,
One of them became Baladeva, and the second one that was black became Keshava.
aha.
Those ones who were like Shakra and were earlier confined in the mountain cavern are none other than the valorous Pandavas, while the Pandava Sabyasachi, Arjuna, is a part of Shakra. O king, thus it was that the former Indras were born as the Pandavas, and the
Ah,
celestial Lakshmi, earlier ordained to be their wife, was born as the divinely beautiful Draupadi. She whose radiance is like the sun and the moon, and whose fragrance can be smelt from a distance of 1 krosha, cannot have arisen from earth. At the end of the sacrifice, she arose through divine intervention. O ruler of men, I will happily grant you a most wonderful boon. With this divine eyesight, behold Kunti's sons in their earlier divine forms.
wow.
Vaishampayana said, then the pure Brahmana, Vyasa, performer of extremely generous deeds, gave divine sight to the king through his ascetic powers. The king saw them in their earlier forms. He saw them divine and young, broad chested and 5 cubits tall, adorned with golden garlands, crowns, and jewels, with complexions as radiant as that of the fire or the sun, each resembling Shakra, dressed in divine garments that were beautiful and golden, resplendent with fragrant garlands that were the best, the equals of the three-eyed god, the Vasus and the celestial Adityas, with every quality. On seeing the earlier Indras, King Drupada was surprised and pleased. With the power of divine Maya that is beyond measure, he saw that supreme of women, Shri personified in beauty, splendor, and fame. He saw her to be the right wife for those Indras on earth. On seeing this wonderful sight, he touched the feet of Satyavati's son, Vyasa, and said with a tranquil mind, "O supreme Rishi, for you this is no wonder." Vyasa replied, "In a hermitage in a forest there was once the daughter of a great soul Rishi, who was beautiful and pure, but could not get a husband. It is said that through her austerities she pleased the god Shankara. Pleased with her, the god himself spoke to her. 'Tell me what you want.' Thus addressed, she repeatedly told the boon granting supreme god, 'I wish to have a husband who is accomplished in every way.' Then the god Shankara happily granted her the boon and said, 'O fortunate one, you will have 5 excellent husbands.' The one who had pleased the god said, 'O Shankara, I wish to have only one husband who possesses all the qualities.' The god of gods, extremely pleased with her, again uttered these holy words: 'You have addressed me 5 times, asking for a husband. O fortunate one, it shall be as you have asked. You will have good fortune, and all this will happen in one of your future births.' O Drupada, so this daughter, with the form of a goddess, was born to you. Krishna Parshati, Draupadi, was preordained to be the wife of 5 and remain unblemished. the divine Sri was born out of the great sacrifice to be the wife of the Pandavas. After performing severe austerities, she was born as your daughter. O King Drupada, that resplendent goddess, sought after by the gods themselves, was ordained to be the wife of 5 through her own actions. She was created by the self-creating one to be the wife of these gods. On hearing this, act as you wish.
Wow. Where are we? Sorry, I lost the page bit. Where are we?
470, chapter 190. Do you want to continue, Matura?
You had enough? You ready? Okay, I'll carry
We
on then.
can have shorter terms, then we
Yeah,
get more.
I
Okay.
think so. As we approach the end, is
Let me see how many pages I just read, and we'll kind of try and do things equally. Yeah? So I read from 465, and now we're on 470. So if we each read about 5 pages, that would be more democratic.
I say we want that, don't we? It's modern day and age. None of these
More
king
equitable.
things.
A
These
more equitable distribution of the time.
it's so it's fascinating the different paradigms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this is the paradigm of the hare and Balaram and Krishna, the different hares. But
Yes.
often
Oh, yeah. That story.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean in every level. So everything has got it's like there's multiple levels to the story, isn't there? I
Yeah.
mean, the Draupadi's story, it's like that's the story behind the story behind the story. You see,
I think.
you
I
can't
think.
even assume that the story begins even in the last lifetime. It can go back multiple lifetimes and have a whole chain
Yeah.
of events and go through this whole screwy witty thing until you get to the point.
Yeah.
Wherever your story is going. I think that's the moral of the story.
You know your video's off and you're talking.
Oh shit! Sorry, forgot all about that. Thank
Yeah,
God.
the video is, but we're recording.
Okay, okay, I'm here.
Have you got the
Okay,
page now?
I've got the page. Yeah. Okay,
I'll mute.
190, page 107, 470. Continuing, Draupadi said, "O Maharshi, I sought to act in the way that I had said only when I had not heard these words from you. I cannot act against what has been ordained. I wish to act as you have said. The knot tied by destiny cannot be untied." That's a big one. I should have it on a t-shirt. Dana! That could be the beginning of the episode, isn't it? That's a brilliant one. The knot tied by destiny cannot be untied. The Mahabharata. There is nothing that results from our own actions. Wow, there is nothing that results. This is all against karma philosophy, isn't it? It's like, I'm really into this preordained stuff. Anyway, let's carry on. Whoo! There is nothing that results from our own actions, apparently. The rights set out for one husband must now become the rights for this rule. Since Krishna herself repeatedly asked for many husbands in ancient times, the great god accordingly granted her the boon. The god himself knows what is best, since Shankara has ordained it to be thus. Dharma or adharma, I will commit no sin. Therefore, since Krishna is ordained to them, let them take her hand as they wish, according to the prescribed rites. Good conclusion. Vaishampayana said, then the great Lord spoke to Dharmaraj. O son of Pandu, today is an auspicious day. The moon has entered the constellation Pushya. Today you accept Krishna's hand first. At that, King Yagyasena and his son made arrangements for the wedding. He made ready a lot of wealth for the marriage. After she had bathed and had been adorned with many jewels, he brought out his daughter, Krishna. To witness the marriage ceremony, the king's friends and relatives happily came there with advisors and many brahmanas and chief citizens. Crowded with those who had come for alms, the extensive festive grounds, thick with lotuses and lilies, lined with heaps of precious stones, his palace looked like the sky, studded with brilliant stars. Then the young Kuru princes bathed, adorned with earrings and ornaments, dressed in expensive garments and perfumed with sandalwood paste. They performed the preparatory ceremony and other auspicious rites. O Lord, accompanied by their priest Naumya, as radiant as the fire, they then joyfully entered in due order, and one after another, like mighty bulls entering a pen. Then the priest, who knew the Vedas, built and lit the sacrificial fire and poured offerings with mantras. He then called Yudhisthira and united him with Krishna. Then the Veda, knowing one, married them, making them walk around the fire hand in hand. Then the priest took leave of that ornament of battle, went out of the that ornament of battle, and went out of the palace. Then those Maharatas, bringers of fame to the Kuru lineage, sons of a king among men, took the hand of that supreme among women in succession, one day after another. The Devarshi told me something extremely wonderful beyond human powers. That slender-waisted and great lady regained her virginity from one day to another. Well, there you go.
Read the footnote for that.
Footnote. That is, she regained her virginity after the earlier day's marriage. Special magic, obviously, it's all godly things. You can only do it when you've got the gods on your side and great rishis and sages. Don't try this at home, by the way. When the marriage was over, Draupadi gave those Maharatas a lot of gifts. 100 supreme chariots adorned with gold, each yoked to 4 horses with golden bridles, 100 elephants with lotus marks on them, like 100 mountains with golden peaks, and 100 young maidservants dressed in expensive garments and adorned with ornaments and garlands. Making the fire his witness, the king of the lunar dynasty, befitting his might, separately gave each of those a lot of wealth, garments and ornaments and other riches. When the marriage was over and the mighty Pandavas, the equals of Indra, had obtained their Shri, along with her great wealth, they lived in the city of the king of Panchala. Okay. Vaishampayana said, after his alliance with the Pandavas, Draupadi's fears were dispelled. He did not even fear the gods. All the ladies in the great soul Draupadi's household came to Kunti. They mentioned their names and saluted her, with their foreheads touching her feet. Dressed in a silken garment and with the marriage thread still encircling her, Krishna also paid her respects to her mother-in-law and stood before her, palms joined. Lovingly, Prita bestowed her blessings on Draupadi, Kunti, endowed with beauty and auspicious marks and with the pure disposition and good character. As Indrami is to Harihaya, as Swaha is to Vibhavasu, as Rohini is to Soma, as Damayanti is to Nala, as Bhattara is to Vaishravana, as Arundhati is to Vashishta, and as Lakshmi is to Narayan, so may you be to your husbands. O fortunate one, may you be the mother of long-lived and valorous sons. May you be happy. May you be fortunate and prosperous. May you be strict in your vows and a wife to your husbands at the time of sacrifices. May you always pass your time serving your guests in the proper way. Holy men, the aged, the young, and your seniors, may you be anointed queen with the righteous king in the kingdom and the capital of Kurujangala. Let the entire earth be conquered by your immensely powerful husbands and presented to Brahmanas in a great horse sacrifice. O accomplished one, O treasure of all virtues, may all the riches of the world belong to you. Wow. May you be happy for 100 autumns. O daughter-in-law, I bless you today on seeing you in silken garments. I shall bless you again when you have given birth to a son with all the qualities. After the Pandavas had taken a wife, Hari sent them many golden. Hari is Krishna. Okay. After the Pandavas had taken a wife, Krishna sent them many golden ornaments adorned with pearls and lapis lazuli. Madhava also sent them expensive garments from many regions, blankets, deerskins, jewels that were beautiful and soft, and expensive beds, seats, vehicles, and vessels adorned with diamonds and lapis lazuli. Krishna also gave them thousands of young maidservants adorned with ornaments, beautiful, accomplished, and brought from many regions, well trained, and tame elephants, and many excellent and caparisoned horses, and many chariots, drawn by horses with large teeth and excellent colors, bedecked with golden cloth. And Madhusudana, whose soul cannot be measured, also sent them in a separate heap crores of pure gold coins. In a desire to please Govinda, Dharmaraj Yudhisthira, who was filled with pure joy, accepted all this. Well, what could you do? Krishna sent you, all you got to say. Thanks.
Can I just ask a question? Can you tell me how many different names of Krishna appeared in that paragraph and what they
Good.
were?
At least 5.
Hari,
Hari
Madhava,
Govinda, Madhusudan, Krishna, Madhava, Krishna, Madhusudan, and Govinda. I think 4, or was it 5?
and Hari.
Hari, yeah, so 5.
Great, isn't it? I thought it was noteworthy.
That was such a good. It's oh well, okay. It's your time. Can I? You'll go.
Sure. You want to say anything about that? You were speaking.
The thing that I was interested in earlier was that there was a verse where you got to go there and kind of do people in, and it was just like it's so kind of like it's so it's all about power. You know, you got to go out there and prove your worth, and that's what the Shatra meant. It meant grabbing land and going, "Oi, I'm the boss," and everyone goes, "Yes, yes, 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 yes," and they surrender and they go, "Yes," and they're all happy because they want a noble lord, and and it was all about proving that you were the big dude and Dharma was on your side, really, and if you were on Dharma and was on your side, then you could convince everybody that, hey, vote for me. You know, Dom, you'll have sun and rain at the right time. Just yeah. It's also kind of obvious that that's what they were. It's just like it's all right to go off and subdue people. That's what you did. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not kind of like peace and love.
Yeah.
It's ultimately peace and love, but to do it, they have to do. Yeah, it's that world, isn't it? It's a world of kings and domination, and it's like I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like it,
Mm.
but it's nothing to do with our world that we live in. But even if we were to go back to medieval times in Europe and all that world there, they lived in that kind of mindset then. They had a medieval version of that, didn't they? Look at Genghis Khan, look at Alexander the Great. All of those people, that was the world they lived in. It was a bunch of kings and rulers and armies throwing their weight around, and the ones that had the best deal and karmically won out for a while, seems to be. Something, I
Yeah,
don't know. That
yeah,
was just my comment, basically.
Yes.
yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, there you go. It's all over to you.
Okay.
Page 475, 192.
Here we go. Section 14. Vidura Gamana Parva. This parva has 174 shlokas and 7 chapters. Agamana means arrival or coming, and this parva is about Vidura's arrival. What? Can we just have just a quick reminder of Vidura's position?
Yeah. Yes,
No.
go on. You're muted, Madan. Madan, you're muted. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you really need it. It will be apparent again once you go into reading it. You'll remember.
Very well.
But Vidura is very important, and I have only just rediscovered Vidura recently because I was pushed in that direction, and I've become a bit obsessed with him as a person
The
and his
video
saga.
dropped again.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
get
it
back to
doesn't matter.
that.
You can hear me. It's all right. I'm
Yeah.
not told.
Okay, I'm gonna carry on now. 192. Vaishampayana said, then trusted spies brought the news to the kings that the beautiful and fortunate Draupadi had got the Pandavas as her husbands, and that the great-souled one who had strung the bow and had pierced the target was Arjuna, greatest among those who are victorious, and a mighty wielder of the bow and arrows. The great-souled and strong one who had lifted up Shalya, the king of Madra, and had whirled him around and had frightened all men in the fight with a tree, himself without fear, was none other than Bhima, whose touch was terrible, and who was the tormentor of armies and of enemies. When they heard that Kunti's and Pandu's sons had assumed the disguise of peaceful Brahmanas, those rulers of men were greatly surprised, because they had earlier heard that Kunti and her sons had been burnt alive in the house of Lak. Those rulers of men therefore regarded them as having been born again. Remembering the extremely cruel deed of Purochana, they cursed Bhishma and the Kaurava Dhritarashtra. When the Swayamvara was over, all the kings learnt that the Pandavas had been chosen and returned the way they had come. On seeing that Arjuna, who was borne by white horses, that's born in the sense of being carried by, had
Yeah.
been chosen by Draupadi, King Duryodhan was very depressed and returned with his brothers Ashvatham, his maternal uncle Karna, and Kripa. Duryodhan's maternal uncle is Shakuni. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Full of shame, Dushasan softly spoke to him. O king, if Dhananjaya had not been disguised as a Brahmin, he would never have succeeded in obtaining Draupadi. No one recognized him because of that. I think destiny is supreme and human endeavors are fruitless. O brother, cursed be our human endeavors when the Pandavas are still alive. Thus, talking to one another and blaming Purochana, they entered Hastinapur, miserable and downcast. They were frightened, and all their resolutions disappeared when they discovered that the immensely powerful sons of Pritha had escaped the fire and were allied with Drupada.
Mm-hmm.
They thought of Dristadumna, Shikhandi, and all the other sons of Drupada, all skilled in the art of war. On learning that Draupadi had chosen the Pandavas and that Dhritarashtra's sons had returned in shame, their pride broken, Vidura was very happy. O Lord of the people, the Kshata went to Dhritarashtra and said in great wonder, who's the Kshata? Is that Vidura?
I
Oh,
think so.
okay, let's carry on.
Yeah.
The Kurus are prospering from good fortune. O descendant of the Bharat lineage, on hearing this from Vidura, Dhritarashtra, the son of Vichitravirya, was overjoyed and exclaimed, what great fortune! In his ignorance, the king of men, who only possessed the eyesight of knowledge, had thought that Draupadi had chosen his eldest son Duryodhana. He ordered that many ornaments be made for Draupadi, and sent word to his son Duryodhana that Krishna, which is Draupadi, should be brought in. It was then that Vidura told him that the Pandavas had been chosen, that those warriors were all in good health, and that they had been duly honored by Drupad. They had many allies and relatives now, with large armies. Dhritarashtra said, Pandu's sons are dearer to me than they were to Pandu. O Vidura, my joy is greater, now that I know that those brave Pandavas are in good health, with friends. O Kshatta, which king, deprived of fortune on earth and in search of power, would not desire to have an alliance with Drupad and his relatives? Vaishampayana said, when the king uttered such words, Vidura replied, O king, may this intelligence of yours last for 100 years. O ruler of the people, then Duryodhana and Radha's son, Karna, came to Dhritarashtra and told him, we cannot speak in Vidura's presence. We wish to speak to you in private. What do you want to do now? O father, do you take the prosperity of your rivals to be that of your own? O supreme among men, you applauded them before the Kshatta. O one who is unblemished, you act one way when another needs you act one way when another needs to be done. Sorry if you're hearing background sounds, it's a bit mad around here. O father, we must always act in a way so as to weaken their strength. The time has come for us to counsel one another, so that they, the Pandavas, do not swallow us up with our sons, armies, and relatives. 193. Dhritarashtra said, I myself have the worries that you do, but I do not wish to reveal my attitude to Vidura. Therefore, I particularly praised their qualities, so that Vidura does not know my true wishes, even through a gesture. This is the time. O Suyodhana, tell me what you think. O Radheya, you also tell me what you think. That would be Duryodhana and Karna.
Yeah.
Duryodhana said, let us now use skilled and able Brahmanas who have our trust to create conflict among the Pandavas, between the sons of Kunti and the sons of Madri. Or let us tempt King Drupad, his sons, and all his advisers with large presents of wealth, so that they abandon Kunti's son, King Yudhisthira. Or let them individually be told how difficult it is to live here, so that the Pandavas decide to live there, away from us. Or let artful and skilled men create dissension among the sons of Pritha. Or let them incite Krishna, Draupadi, against them. That should be easy, because they are many. Let the Pandavas be dissatisfied with her, and she with them. O king, let artful and skilled men secretly bring about Bhimasen's death. He is the strongest among them. O king, when he is dead, they will lose their enterprise and their energy. Without him, they will no longer wish for the kingdom, because he is their only support. Arjuna is invincible in battle as long as he is supported from the back by Vrikodara. Without him, Falguna is not even worth a fourth of Radheya in battle. With Bhimasen dead, they will know their great weakness, and knowing our great strength, the feeble ones will perish. O king, if the sons of Pritha come here and submit themselves to our desires, we can confidently destroy them. Or, one after another, we can seduce them with pretty women, so that Krishna is disenchanted with Kunti's sons. Or we can send Radheya to bring them here, and on the way here, get them killed through an attack by dacoits whom we trust. Employ, without delay, whichever of these strategies seems to you to be faultless. Time passes, as long as their confidence in King Drupad, who is like a bull, is not established. Until then, we can succeed. But not afterwards. Oh, father, these are my views. We should suppress them. Oh, Radheya, what do you think? Are these views good or bad? I'll do the rest of the page and then someone, I guess. Oh, anyway, 194. Karna said, O Duryodhana, In my view, your opinions are not distinguished by wisdom. O extender of the Kuru lineage, the Pandavas cannot be overcome through trickery. O brave warrior, in the past you have used subtle tricks to suppress them, but you did not succeed. O king, then they lived near you and were children. O king, then they lived near you and were children who had not developed friends and allies. But you could not hold them down. They now live far away and have grown up. They have developed friends and allies. 'Tis my firm conviction that Kunti's sons cannot be injured through trickery, nor can they be subjugated through vices, because they are protected by fate.
Mm-hmm.
They desire to have the kingdom of their fathers and grandfathers back. We can't injure them through such means. It is impossible to create dissension among them. It is impossible to create dissension among those who have taken a common wife. Nor will we succeed in alienating Krishna from them. She chose them in a time of adversity, and they are now prosperous. Women have a quality that they desire many husbands. Krishna has got this and can't be alienated. The king of Panchala is virtuous and does not crave for riches. Even if we give him our entire kingdom, it is certain that he will not desert the sons of Kunti. His son, Drishtadyumna, also has all the good qualities and is attached to the Pandavas. Therefore, I do not think that any subtle strategy that you think of will ever be able to injure them. O bull among men, but today this is what is good and advisable for us. O Lord of the earth, the Pandavas can be struck down as long as they have not established their roots. O Lord, agree to smite them with arms. As long as our side is strong and that of the Panchalas is weak, we should strike them with arms, without hesitation. O son of Gandhari, strike them with arms quickly and with valor, before their chariots, their friends, and their relatives gather. O king, display your valor before the king of Panchala and his immensely brave son decide to take action. Show your valor before Varshnaya. Varshnaya is a reference to descendant of Rishni, meaning Krishna. Before Varshnaya arrives with his Yadava army to restore the Pandavas to their kingdom. O ruler of the earth, riches, diverse objects of pleasure, kingdoms, there is nothing that Krishna will not sacrifice for the sake of the Pandavas. The great-souled Bharat acquired the earth through his valor. The slayer of Paka, who is the slayer of Paka, a demon, as Indra, obtained lordship of the three worlds through his valor. O Lord of the earth, valor is always praised among Kshatriyas. O bull among kings, valor is the natural dharma of those who are brave. O king, therefore, without any more delay, let us defeat Drupad with a large army with 4 components and bring the Pandavas here. The Pandavas cannot be defeated through conciliation, gifts, or dissension. Therefore, vanquish them with your valor. O ruler of men, after defeating them through your valor, rule over the extensive earth. I do not see any other way of accomplishing our objective. Vaishampayana said, on hearing Radheya's words, the immensely powerful Dhritarashtra praised him and said, O son of a Sutta, you are blessed with great wisdom and are skilled in the use of weapons. Such words that speak of valor are worthy of you. But let Bhishma, Drona, Vidura, and the 2 of you consult each other and arrive at a course of action that is the best for our welfare. Thereupon, the immensely famous King Dhritarashtra summoned all his advisors and consulted them.
Wow. It's exciting, isn't it? Now it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, you really want to, when the baddies get going, then you know you're up for, dun 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 dun. And I loved what Radeya said to him at the beginning, his diplomacy. In my view, your opinions are not distinguished by wisdom.
Yeah, but also his point of view is also very one-sided. So
Yeah, of course
Duryodhana's just
they're
really
both
up to a subtle trick.
they're both aberrations. That's what's
Yeah,
great. That's what
yeah.
it's just like they because they've got to figure out they cannot but not oppose this. Right? Everybody is forced by destiny into this situation because the Pandavas have got to do what they've got to do. They've got to do what they've got to do, and he's Dhritarashtra is playing some stupid little game, isn't he? On the throne, he's lying to Vidur. He's two-faced like anything.
Maybe he's just I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know the whole thing with him,
Well,
but
that's what he just said.
yeah, but he might be lying to them. He might actually
Oh,
care
that's
for the
what I mean.
Pandavas.
He's so double-faced, triple-faced. I've met
He's
people
just
like him.
he's just
Zarifi and
surrounded by
Joe.
enemies.
You can never
Sorry.
tell because they're a bit demented and they're confused. He's a blind king, so he's
Yeah.
kind of like an enigma, and he's really kind of Okay, I'll put my thing on. Sorry. Um, yeah, he's a blind king. So it's that thing what I got from Shakespeare in King Lear a little bit about this, but he's still got his crown on, but it's like the deluded king, blind. He's blind,
Mm.
and it's brilliant. So this is why it's so nice. All these nuances. He's got one angle, his son's got one, and their personalities come out by the extremity of their whatever it is. They've all got different agendas, haven't they? It's just great. I love
think
it.
soon we're going to get the opinions of Bhishma and Drona.
I
So
think we're
that'll be
gonna get.
another.
That's going to
Yeah,
be great as well.
yeah,
Brilliant. Can't
yeah.
wait for that. Okay. Take it away, Roger.
195. Bhishma said, I will never agree to a war with Pandu's sons. There is no doubt that Pandu was as dear to me as Dhritarashtra is. To me, the sons of Gandhari are like the sons of Kunti. O Dhritarashtra, they must be protected as much by me as by you. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, like they are to me and the king, they should be the same way to Duryodhana and the other sons of Kuru. Therefore, I can never favor a war with them. Have a treaty with those warriors and give them land. For those best of the Kurus, there is no doubt that this is the kingdom of their fathers and grandfathers. O Duryodhana, just as you consider this kingdom to be your parental property, the Pandavas also see it as their paternal property.
Exactly.
If the Pandavas who practice austerities cannot get this kingdom, how can it be yours or of anyone from the Bharata lineage? O bull among the Bharatas, if you think that you have acquired this kingdom through what is right, I think that they rightfully think that they obtained the kingdom before you. O tiger among men, peacefully give them half of the kingdom. That will be the best for everyone. If you act in any other way, no good will come out of it. There is no doubt that you will be covered in dishonor. Try to preserve your good reputation. A good reputation is a source of supreme strength. It is said that a man who has lost his reputation lives in vain. O son of Gandhari, O descendant of Kuru, as long as a man's good reputation lasts, he does not die. He is destroyed when his good reputation is lost. Therefore, follow the dharma that is worthy of the Kuru lineage, O one with the mighty arms. Act as your ancestors have acted before you. It is fortunate that those warriors are alive. It is fortunate that Prita is alive. It is fortunate that the evil Purochana himself perished without being successful. O son of Gandhari, from the time I heard what had happened to the sons of Kunti, I was not able to look at any living being. O tiger among men, people do not think Purochana as guilty as they think you. O king, therefore the escape of the Pandavas from the destruction and their reappearance is something that should be wished for. O descendant of the Kuru lineage, Know that as long as those warriors are alive, the wielder of the Vajra himself cannot deprive them of their paternal property, because they are established in Dharma and are united. They have been deprived of an equal share in the kingdoms through adharma. If you wish to
Yes.
act in accordance with dharma, if you wish to do that which pleases me, if you wish to do what which is good, give them half.
Wow. What advice.
Hmm.
So right
What
on.
in it? One night,
Bismaki Jai.
yes. Drona said, "O king, it has been heard that Dhritarashtra's friends who have been summoned for consultation should always speak that which is right and true and brings fame. My views are the same as those of the great soul Bhishma. Let Kunti's son have a share in the kingdom. That is the eternal Dharma. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, send a soft spoken man to Drupada. Let him carry many riches for them. Let him carry many expensive presents for him. Let him speak to him in good fortune that comes about because of this alliance. O king, O descendant of the Bharat lineage, let him repeatedly tell Drupada and Drishtadyumna that both you and Duryodhana are extremely pleased with what has happened. Let him say that this alliance is appropriate and pleasing. Let him repeatedly pacify the sons of Kunti and the sons of Madri. O king of kings, on your command, let him present Draupadi with many brilliant and golden ornaments. O bull among the Bharata lineage, let presents also be given to all the sons of Drupada, and appropriate ones to all the Pandavas and Kunti. Thus pacifying Drupada and the Pandavas, ye should immediately propose their return. When those warriors receive the permission to return, let Dushashana and Vikarna go to receive them with a magnificent army. O best of kings, let the sons of Pandu always be treated by you with honor. As desired by the people, let them be instated in their ancestral kingdom. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, O king, Bhishma and I believe that this should be your conduct towards the Pandavas, who are like your own sons. Karna said, these two, Bhishma and Drona, have always been sustained in all their actions through your riches and your honor. What can be more surprising that they should now offer advice that is not for your own good?
Ooh.
How can the wise accept advice that is apparently good, rendered by a man with malice in his heart, though he hides his true intentions? In times of adversity, friends can neither do that which is good nor that which is harmful. A man's misery or happiness depends on destiny alone. Oh, a wise one, a fool one, an old man, a child, one who has friends, and one who has none finds anything anywhere. We have heard that in earlier times there was a king named Ambuvicha. He was the king in Rajagriha and ruled over Magadha. He was a king who had no abilities. All that he did was breathe air in and out. All his affairs were in the hands of his ministers. He had a minister named Mahakarni, who became the sole lord, and thanks to the authority he had obtained, began to dishonor the king. That fool appropriated for himself everything that belonged to the king, his objects of desire, his women, his jewels, his riches, and all his power. But having obtained all this, his avarice only increased, and having appropriated everything else, he coveted the kingdom. We have heard that the king had no abilities, he only breathed air. But despite this, and despite all his attempts, he could not take the kingdom away from him. O Lord of the people, there was no human endeavor in him. The kingdom was his through destiny. If this kingdom is yours through destiny, it will remain with you without a doubt, notwithstanding the enmity of all the worlds. But if ordained otherwise, it will never remain with you, no matter how much you try. You are learned, therefore, remembering all this, judging the honesty and dishonesty of your advisers, weigh the advice of those who have spoken for the good and those who have spoken for evil. Drona said, we know that you say this out of malice, and the reason for that. You are wicked, and to bring injury to the Pandavas, you find fault with us. O Karna, Know that what I have said is for the supreme welfare of everyone, for the propagation of the Kuru lineage. If you think this leads to evil, tell us that which brings supreme welfare. If my advice leading to the supreme welfare I have described is not followed, it is my opinion that the lineage of the Kurus will soon be destroyed. 197. Vidura said, O king, there is no doubt that your friends have spoken that which brings you your greatest welfare, but words do not remain with those who are unwilling to listen. O king, Bhishma, the son of Shantanu and supreme among the Kurus, has spoken that which is for your greatest welfare, but you do not accept it. In many ways, Drona also said that which is for your welfare, but Karna, the son of Radha, does not believe these to be good for you. O king, after thinking about it, I do not find anyone who is a better friend to you than these two, Bhishma and Drona, lions among men, supreme in their wisdom. These two are old in age, in wisdom, and in their knowledge of the sacred text. O Lord of our kings, they regard the sons of Pandus with equal eyes. O descendants of the Bharata lineage, O king, there is no doubt that in virtue and truthfulness they are not inferior to Rama, the son of Dasharat, or Gaya, a famous king who performed many sacrifices. Never before have they given you bad advice, nor have they ever done that which brings you injury. Therefore, why should these tigers among men, whose strength comes from their truthfulness, give you advice that is not for your welfare? O ruler of men, these best of men are known in this world for their wisdom. They will never give you bad advice, nor say that which is wicked. O descendant of the Kuru lineage, it is my firm conviction that these two, well versed in what is right, will not take either side for the sake of personal gain. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, I consider this to bring the greatest welfare to you. O king, there is no doubt that the Pandavas are your sons, as Duryodhana and the others are. Therefore, those advisors who unwisely advise you against them don't really have your interest at heart. O king, if you have partiality in your heart, it is certain it does you no good to encourage your inner feelings. O king, therefore, I certainly do not think that those two great souled and illustrious ones have said anything that leads to evil. However, you are not inclined towards that, O tiger among men. What those bulls among men have said about their invincibility is quite true, the Pandavas' invincibility. May you be fortunate, O king. Can the handsome Pandava Savyasachi Dhananjaya ever be vanquished in battle by Maghavan himself, Indra? Can the great Bhimasen with strong arms as the strength of 10,000 elephants ever be vanquished in battle by the gods? Can anyone who wishes to live vanquish in battle with twins, well skilled in battle, and like the sons of Yama himself? Hmm. What? How can the eldest Pandava, in whom patience, compassion, mercy, truthfulness, and valor are always present, ever be vanquished in war? With Rama on their side, Balaram, Janardana as their advisor, and Satyaki as their supporter, is there anyone whom they have not already vanquished in battle? Drupada is their father-in-law. Drupada's son Parshata Drishtadyumna and his other brave brothers are their brothers-in-law. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, knowing that they cannot be vanquished and knowing that their claim to the kingdom is prior to yours, you must act towards them in accordance with Dharma. O king, on account of the act of Purochana, you have been stained by great infamy. You must cleanse yourself of that by behaving kindly towards them. O king, we have earlier waged a great war with King Drupada. Our side will be strengthened if we can get him as an ally. O ruler of the people, the Dasharhas, the Yadavas, are powerful and numerous. They will be where Krishna is, and where Krishna is, victory will certainly be there. O king, unless cursed by destiny, who seeks to obtain through war that which can be obtained through conciliation. O king, having heard that Prita's sons are alive, the inhabitants of the city and the country are extremely happy and eager to see them. Do what is pleasing to them. Duryodhana, Karna, and Shakuni, the son of Subala, are evil, foolish, and young. Do not listen to their words. O king, endowed with all the qualities. Long ago, I told you that this kingdom and its subject will be destroyed through Duryodhana's fault. Should I keep going?
Well, how many pages have you read?
I'm not sure.
You started at 81.
I think maybe
Yeah.
Mother, maybe you could finish it off
It's
actually
the
now.
last 5 pages now, or probably
Yeah, I
7.
think Mother, I think it'd be nice if you could do those.
Have you all got volume 2?
I have,
You,
yeah, I have.
oh, no. Have you
No,
got volume 2?
I don't. No, sorry.
Oh, well, no, it's your loss.
Mm.
When are you going to get it? When is it coming in the post?
Well, I'm leaving Wembley this Friday, and I don't know. I'm going to be a bit in between places, which is why I haven't ordered it yet.
But you can get it next day delivery if you're on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you've got to be on
Anyway,
it. Sorry.
I'm sure there's a digital version or something someone can send me, just temporarily.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know how all that works.
yeah, there
But not now.
probably is. Yeah.
I mean, I'll
Okay.
have all
You
week
can find
anyway
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's very easy. You
Just
just
won't have it for this
order
session.
it. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, there you go. Me being pushy.
Okay, now so we're on the last part.
Dun, 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 dun,
There's
dun,
only
dun, 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 dun,
a
dun.
So
Presenting.
Raj Labha Parva. This Parva has a single chapter and there are only 50
But hang on.
Yeah,
We didn't read 198.
Oh,
yeah. We
I
haven't
thought
read
you.
198. Yeah, you're jumping ahead.
I beg your pardon. So Dhritarashtra said, Shantanu's son, the learned Bhishma, the illustrious Rishi Drona, and you yourself have spoken the truth and that which is best for me. There is no doubt that since those Maharatas, the sons of Kunti, are the sons of Pandu, they are also my sons according to Dharma. Since my sons are entitled to this kingdom, there is no doubt that Pandu's sons are also entitled to this kingdom. O Kshatta, you know that is, go and honorably bring them and their mother here. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, also bring with them Krishna of divine beauty. It is through good fortune that the sons of Prita are alive. It is through good fortune that Prita is alive. It is through good fortune that those Maharatas have obtained Drupada's daughter. It is through good fortune that our strength has increased. It is through good fortune that Pulochana is dead. O greatly radiant one, it is through good fortune that my great grief has been dispelled. If you remember, Pulochana was the one who burnt the house.
Yeah, but okay, it is through good fortune. This is Dhritarashtra talking. Okay,
Yes, to Vidura.
yeah, so because he knows that the Pandavas are alive and not dead. Is
Yeah,
that what
so
he
he's
means? Yeah,
pretending to be pleased about it all.
pretending.
Vaishampayana said,
He's a bit of a crafty guy, geezer, isn't he, Dhritarashtra?
sure.
Makes him interesting.
He's a ambiguous figure, as we were pointing out earlier on. It might be he might be playing 3D chess.
Yeah, he kind of has a bit of that Machiavellian psycho, kind of mindset. Anyway,
But he knows he's wrong in
I
his.
know that's what
He can't.
Machiavellian people do. They actually they appear charming. They
Yeah,
say it, but they are actually they're just strategists.
yeah, yeah. Because
Strategists.
he's attached to his own sons more than the sons of Pandu, although
Yeah,
he
and
denies.
it's all fake. The kind of like, oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
because he can fake it because he knows it's actually how it should be.
I know, but that's what the psychopaths do. They actually go into character and believe their bullshit. You see.
Right, right, right. Okay, 198. No, yeah, I already started it. So Vaishampayan said, O descendant of the Bharata lineage, thereupon, on Dhritarashtra's command, Vidura went to Yagyasena, that's Drupada, and the Pandavas. O king, having gone there, that righteous man, learned in all the Shastras, addressed Drupada appropriately and waited on him. He too received Vidura in the appropriate way, and they courteously asked about each other's welfare. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, he saw there the Pandavas and Vasudeva, Krishna. He embraced them lovingly and asked about their welfare. One after another, they worshipped Vidura, who was immensely wise. O king, on Dhritarashtra's instructions, he repeatedly and affectionately asked Pandu's sons about their welfare. O Lord of the people, he then gave the Pandavas, Kunti, Draupadi, and Drupada's sons the many jewels and other riches that had been sent by the Kauravas through him. In the presence of the Pandavas and Keshava, the supremely wise Vidura then addressed Drupada in modest words of affection. O king, listen to my words with your sons and ministers. Dhritarashtra, his sons, his ministers, and his relatives have repeatedly and happily inquired about your welfare. O Lord of men, he is delighted with this alliance with you. The immensely wise Bhishma, the son of Shantanu, and all other Kauravas have inquired about your welfare in every way. The great archer Drona, the son of Bharadwaja, and your beloved friend, whoops, has inquired about your welfare, embracing you. O king of Panchala, Dhritarashtra and all the other Kauravas regard themselves as fortunate at this alliance with you. O Yagyasena, this alliance with you has given them greater pleasure than acquiring a new kingdom. O Lord, knowing all this, you must allow the Pandavas to depart. The Kurus are extremely eager to see Pandu's sons. These bulls among men have been away from home for a long time. They and Pritha must be eager to see their city. All the chief women of the Kuru lineage and all the inhabitants of the city and the country are waiting to see the Panchala princess, Krishna. O illustrious one, it is my view that without any more delay, you should issue instructions for the Pandavas to go there with their wife. O king, when the great-souled Pandavas have got your permission, I shall send word to Dhritarashtra through swift messengers, and the sons of Kunti can leave with Kunti and Krishna. So, Rajalabha Parva. Drupada said, O greatly learned Vidura, it is indeed as you have told me now. O Lord, I am also greatly delighted at the alliance that we have just concluded. It is proper that these great-souled brothers should now return home. But it is not proper that I should say this myself in my own words. If that is what the brave Yudhishthira, son of Kunti, Bhimashena, and Arjuna, the twins who are bulls among men, and Rama and Krishna, learned in the precepts of law, desire, then the Pandavas should go there. Those two tigers among men, Balaram and Krishna, are always engaged in that which is good for them. Yudhishthira said, O king, my followers and I are now dependent on you. We will do that which you tell us for our own good. Vaishampayana said, at that time Vasudeva said, I am of the view that they should go, but we must go by what King Drupada, who knows everything about law, suggests. Drupada replied, having thought about all the circumstances, my views are in agreement with what the mighty armed and valiant Dasarha, that's Krishna, supreme among men, thinks. The time is right. There is no doubt that the greatly fortunate sons of Kunti, the sons of Pandu, are now as dear to me as they are to Vasudeva himself. Yudhishthira, Kunti's son and the son of Dharma, himself does not seek their welfare as much as Keshava, tiger among men, does. Then the great-souled Drupada gave them leave to depart. The Pandavas, Krishna, and the extremely wise Vidura took with them Draupadi, Krishna, and the illustrious Kunti, and with pleasure and a leisurely pace travelled towards the city of Hastinapura. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, on hearing that the warriors were coming, Kaurava Dhritarashtra sent the Kauravas to receive the Pandavas. The great archer Vikarna, Chitrasena, the supreme archer Drona, and Kripa, the son of Gautama. Then, surrounded by them, the Mahabharata and radiant warriors slowly entered the city of Hastinapura, their resplendence increasing. Those tigers among men were freed from their grief and sorrow. The city became radiant with wonder. Dear to the hearts of the people, the Pandavas heard loud exclamations from the citizens, always eager to do what was dear to them. The tiger among men, the one of righteous conduct, has returned. He always protected us with the rule of law, as if we were his near relatives. It seems, without doubt, as if the great king Pandu, who loved the forest, has returned today from the forest to do that which pleases us and is good for our welfare. Can there be any greater joy for us now that the brave sons of Kunti have returned to the city? If we have given alms and sacrificial offerings, if we have performed austerities, let the Pandavas remain in the city for 100 autumns. They worshipped the feet of Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, and others who deserved it, and asking about the welfare of everyone in the city, entered the place earmarked, oh, that's a horrible word, assigned for them at Dhritarashtra's command.
What other word would you use instead?
Assigned, because
Yes.
earmarked is too idiomatic, it's a modern sort of
Yeah.
to
Good.
do with cows.
Assigned would be much better.
Yeah. When those immensely strong and great souls had rested for some time, they were summoned by King Dhritarashtra and the son of Shantanu, Bhishma. Dhritarashtra said, O son of Kunti, listen with your brothers to what I have to say. So that strife does not arise again, go to Kandavaprashta. No one can harm you there, if you are protected there by Partha, as the 30 gods are by the wielder of the Vajra. Go to Kandavaprastha and take half the kingdom. Those bulls among men accepted the king's words, and saluting everyone, set out for the terrible forest. Having received half the kingdom, they entered Kandavaprashta. With Krishna leading them, the invincible Pandavas went there and made it as beautiful a place as heaven. Led by Dvaipayana, the Maharatas selected a pure and holy place, performed propitiatory ceremonies, and measured out the land for a city. It was surrounded by moats as wide as the ocean and walls that rose high up into the sky. It was white like the clouds and like snow-covered mountains. This greatest of cities was as resplendent as Bhogavati of the Nagas. It was protected by terrible double-doored gates that were like two-winged Garudas. The high towers were like dense clouds, like many Mandara mountains. It was well covered with many weapons, with sharp spears and javelins, like double-tongued snakes, and impenetrable to weapons of enemies. The splendid and spiraling turrets were guarded by warriors and well stocked with weapons of attack. There were many sharp hooks and shatagnis, a weapon that kills 100, and other weapons of war. Great iron chakras adorned that best of cities. The streets were wide and well laid out, preventing collisions among large chariots. It shone with many beautiful white mansions, like a mass of dense clouds circled by lightning and reflecting the image of heaven. It came to be known as Indraprastha. That lovely and beautiful place was the dwelling of the Kauravas. It was full of, meaning the Pandavas, it was full of every kind of treasure, like the palace of the treasurer himself. O king, Brahmins, the best of those who knew all the Vedas, went there. It was a desired habitation for those who knew all the tongues. Desiring to earn wealth, many merchants from every direction went there. Desirous of living there came many artisans of every craft. Lovely gardens surrounded the city with amras. Do you want to know what they all are? I shall just read through. Amras, mangoes, amratakas, nipas, Ashokas, Champakas, Punnagas, Nagapushpas, Lakuchas, Panasa, Salas, Taras, Kadambas, Bakulas, and Ketakas. These trees were beautiful, full of flowers, and bent down with the burden of their fruit.
They all end up with AS at the end.
He's just pluralizing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amlakas, Lodras,
Yeah.
blossoming Ankolas, Jambus, Patalas, Kubjakas, Atimuktas, Karaviras, Parijatas, and many other kinds of trees were there, always adorned with flowers and fruit. I won't read all those. You can look at that yourself. There echoed, swarming with many different kinds of birds. There echoed the calls of frenzied peacocks and delighted cuckoos. There were houses that were as white as mirrors and bowers full of creepers. There were artificial hillocks designed to bring pleasure. There were ponds filled with clear water and charming lakes that were fragrant with lotuses and water lilies and adorned with many swans, geese, and chakravaka birds. The beautiful ponds were surrounded by many trees, and there were many beautiful and large tanks. O great king, living in that large kingdom populated by holy people, the joy of the Pandavas continued to increase eternally. Thus, because of the righteous conduct of Bhishma and the king, that's probably daily, because Nitya can
Oh,
mean,
okay. I see. Yeah. Regularly.
yeah, or every day.
Yeah.
Thus, because of the righteous conduct of Bhishma and the king, the Pandavas came to live in Kandavaprashta with the 5 great archers, each like an Indra. That best of cities was adorned like Bhogavati of the Nagas. O king, having settled them there and taking the consent of the Pandavas, the brave Keshava with Rama then went to Dwaravati.
What's Garavati? What's that?
Dwarka, Dwarka,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dwaravati, because it has many gates.
Yeah. How?
Good.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Should we rest the reading for today then? Or do you want to continue?
No, I think rest the reading, but we could definitely chat. We should just chat.
Okay.
So I'll
I
just.
have to go out because my bicycle is down at Tesco's. I need to go and get it.
Is it locked or not?
It's locked, yeah.